Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Evan Better Presents. We are still rocking it hard and feed the beast. And I want you to see this here. The bulletin board is cleared. Completely cleared. That's not a good thing though, because that means that I've pretty much accomplished all of my goals. I don't really know what else to start doing anymore. Well, that's not true, because you see I've actually come up with some better solutions here of things to do. So, first thing to do is, well, here, look, here's those solar panels. Okay, so I made them. Now, these are just basic solar panels. Oh, I hate how that never works. Always got to do this. Sorry. There we go. These are basic solar panels. They only do like 1 EU a tick. There's, I think, 19 of them at the moment. I'd like to get that to 20, a solid 20, or maybe there's 18, I can't remember. Anyway, I want to get at least 20 of them, but that doesn't matter because these are going to be replaced. I'm going to replace these with the larger, higher output versions of themselves. Oh, and you might notice I made another rain muffler. Put it right here. So this whole part of the base never hears that annoying rain sound anymore. Thank God for that. Okay, that was kind of a bad fall. So, what to do? What to do indeed. If we look at our drives, some of them are starting to get really full because of the fact... Oh, I hear a creeper. Oh, it's a bird stuck in the water. Fuck you, bird. Screw you, Swan! Is this still working? Haven't been to the Nether in a while. Oh yeah, it's still working. That's good. Our armor is completely finished. You know, we've got all the armor grades we could ever want. Solar arrays are finished. Ooh, that's weird. Oh, there we go. The garden is good. You know, I replanted the wheat. I replanted a lot more of these ender pearls because ender pearls are harder to come by than the other stuff. Let's just take a peek at some of the levels of stuff. Like I've got blaze rods for days. I got diamonds for days. Glowstone's doing really great. You know, I don't need any of that stuff. I got quartz out the ass. I'm doing good. I'm doing fucking amazing. Pardon my language. I'm going to try for a less sweary version. Now, you know what? That's a silly thing to say. Why would I even promise something like that? This is the internet. If you can't handle a couple of F-bombs, you know, go to China. Actually, I think they swear in China, too. Never been to China. Don't know much about China. Just figure that they probably filter, or they probably censor a lot more stuff than over here. In good old Canada, where we say sorry a lot. Sorry about my swearing. Really am. Not really. Anyway, just want to... you know what? It's starting to bother me now. And it's so funny that now that I can actually see that these pillars don't actually reach down, it makes me mad. Like when the night vision's off, you can't tell. Hence the effect of why I did it that way. But it's actually starting to bother me now. I'm just going to have to not look at it, because there's no goddamn way I'm going to go through the freaking hassle of extending those pillars all the way down to bedrock. Or bottom of the water, at least. Screw that in the ass. Just have to get used to it. Back to the bulletin board. So, what the hell are we going to do? What is our long-term goal going to be? I've already decided that I'm not going to upgrade the active reactor to a passive reactor. There's no need to. Sorry. The passive reactor to an active reactor. I don't want to do that because that just means I'm going to burn through my stuff a lot faster. Our energy requirements are not high enough to justify that in the slightest. And we've accomplished everything we want with the power department. Like this is running on like nothing. Remember, it does like almost 14,000 RF a tick on max power, and it's not even close. You know, I'm not having any issues. The power grid is... The steam engines are being used, which was one of my main conditions. We have lava, you know, we're going to have even more lava once the quarry hits the lava lake. There's no real reason to worry about power anymore. at all. So power requirements are not a concern. Like I said, I've got this happy little thing here set up, which I'm going to upgrade because we're going to do some expansion. So let's get back to the bulletin board. One, create high voltage. I've been doing that a lot. Solar arrays. Alright, so create high voltage solar arrays. Why are we going to do that? Well, we're going to need the power that this high voltage solar array is going to put out because we're going to expand our industrial craft network. IC2, EU storage. I have to build a few. Whoops. I have to build a few more of these MFSUs. That'll be our next goal. Two. Whoops, that's 5. Build, let's say 3 MFSU. Build 3 MFSU. Let's make it 4 so it's just an even 5 in total. Done. Okay. Now, let's look back. Hey, don't do that. Now, one of the most fun I ever had in TechKit was making nuclear reactors. Now, do we need the power? No, we don't. We don't need the frickin' power. Why would we do this then? Because I want to do it. Now, they've changed, and I watched the the Minecrafters, pardon me, not Minecraft, but Minecrafters, Captain Jack and the Minecrafters, have absolutely fantastic tutorials on IC2. I highly recommend you check them out. Maybe I'll put a link in the description if I remember to do that. Otherwise, just go to the YouTube Minecrafters channel. God damn it, don't be lazy. But there's things like this. These are not, well, I guess they're storage cells, not necessarily energy storage cells. Anyway, they've changed the way that making the UU matter, it's quite a complex step now. Now, it requires less materials to get certain machines, like to build these reactors. It's a lot easier to do that now. So to build a nuclear reactor, for example, let's take a look at this, because this is going to be steps of our process here, okay? So, reactor chamber. So reactor chambers. Lead plates around a basic machine casing. I can build that right now, actually, automatically. Nuclear reactor. Dense lead plates around reactor casings, around generators, with an advanced circuit. I can build that right now, automatically. Except for the dense plates. I can build those pretty easily. I just have to stick them into a compressor, I guess. Is it a compressor? Yep. All right, so, hey, let's do that. Okay, so let's make that number 3. Because I don't actually have a compressor set up for making lead plates. Okay, make compress. Is that what it was? Shit, hold on, what was it? Was it the compressor? I don't remember. It's a compressor, right? Yeah. Okay, so we have to make a compressor to make dense lead plates. All right. Is there anything else that I want to stick into this? No. Okay. Make compressor to create dense lead plates. All right. Next step after that, that's the last step in that process, so I can start making reactor chambers. But that's only one tiny little tiny pinch of a thing that you actually have to do. We need to create reinforced glass. So let's see, reinforced stone and glass. So reinforced stone. What? You can't make this anymore? Don't tell me that. This stuff was invaluable. Construction foam, then. What the hell is the... Okay, well, reinforced glass is still needed, even though I can't seem to make the reinforced stone anymore. That's upsetting. All right, well, let's make reinforced glass. So do we have a thing that makes advanced alloys? I think we do. Advanced alloy created. Yep, we've got an advanced alloys automatically made. So 4 is going to be 4T, fat fingers, but I'm like a 70 kilo freaking soaking wet over here, but my fingers are fat. Yeah, okay. Excuses, Evan. Come on. Let's see. Number 4. Make. Fuck off. Reinforced glass / stone. If it is possible to make the stone, which I don't know if it is. Let's do a quick pause. Oh dear God. Experimental has, of course, made things much more difficult. So much more difficult. Why are you going to be this way? Hate you. All right, so according to the wiki, and I'm going to read this out here for you, because this is going to be something that's going to take probably 3 steps to do this. So we have to make construction foam powder, put it in a canning machine on fluid enrich mode, put water on the left side and CF powder in the middle, then you put a CF sprayer in the top, next you, okay, and that gives you something. Next you spray iron scaffold to get reinforced construction foam. Finally, right-clicking the foam with a piece of sand will get you reinforced stone. Okay. 4. I can actually make reinforced glass. Reinforced glass. Fuck you. Make reinforced glass. 5. Make construction foam. CF FOAM. Foam. Make CF foam. CF foam is the next step in that process there. So this reinforced construction foam, which then becomes this when you click this with sand. Okay, that's pretty hard to make that. I didn't realize just how hard that's going to be to make. We can't make iridium because that is something that you require iridium can only be made an iridium ingot. Ooh, really? Nether iridium flakes. I've never seen those. I've never seen nether iridium flakes. This is some kind of rotary craft piece of shit. Fuck you, rotary craft. Luckily, it actually exists, and we need this iridium ingot, I think. No, we need that. If we can make that, we can make that. Where do we get iridium flakes from? The nether iridium flakes. Nether iridium ore. Do we have this? Please, Jesus, tell me we have this. Nether. We do not have iridium. Shit. Okay. Rotary craft is installed, so we should have been able to make that. Alright, so lead plates and iron plates make a reinforced door. So we'll make reinforced door. 6. Make reinforced reinforced door. Now, how to make CF foam. Let's take a few seconds to figure that out, because I think it involves that sand that you get out of processing ores through a ore washer. And if that's the case, I'm fucked, because I've set up my system to bypass having to use an ore washer. CF. Construction foam. CF powder. CF powder is made from stone dust, which is exactly what I thought, and clay, and sand. Now, is stone dust a byproduct of anything? Let's take a look in the system. Stone dust? No, there's no stone dust. Pulverized stone. Oops. Is pulverized tin? Pulverized iron? Fuck. Okay. Bad news. Alright, so to make CF foam, I know you have to put this through a thermal centrifuge. No, that's not right. It's through an ore washing plant. Yeah. Shit. Okay. Shit. 5. Make ore washing plant. Plants. Seven. Make, what is that machine called? A thermic centrifuge? Is that what it is? Thermal centrifuge. Thermal centrifuge. Okay. I need that for enriching uranium anyways. 7. Make thermal centrifuge. Fuses. I'm going to need more than one. Okay, we're going to have to change. Shit on us. Shit right on us. There's 2 things I know for a fact that I need to run through these machines. Copper and uranium. Uranium has to be run through these machines. So after that's done, so 8 will be start processing uranium. Because that'll be something, right? I hate these signs. Uranium. Okay. Shit. Now 9 can be make CF powder. Make CF powder. 10 will be make CF foam. Make reinforced what was it? Reinforced CF foam. Why do I spell form? Make reinforced CF foam. These are all substantial steps that are going to take forever. Damn. Compressor to create dense lead plates. Make reinforced glass. Make ore washing plants. Make reinforced doors. Make thermal centrifuges. Start uranium processing. Make CF powder. Make reinforced CF foam. I suppose a CF sprayer along the lines would be useful. So let's get back into the reinforced items. Because this is, like, you might think, oh, is that needed? Well, nuclear explosions do happen. They just do. They just frickin' happen. There's not really much you can do about it. It's going to happen eventually. And we really don't want that to happen. That's not something that's going to be nice if the nuke if a nuclear reactor blows up. It's going to fuck up my day. So I don't want that to happen. I don't know if I really need it. Reinforced metal. How is that made? Stabilized metal. Refined hardened mesh. Ew. 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 Are you kidding? Are you effing joking me right now? I don't know what the blast resistance of that shit is, but it's probably good, considering the steps that it's required to make it. Ew. Okay. Stabilized metal. Hardened mesh. Iron ingots. Refined hardeners. Refined hardeners are made by raw hardeners being smelted. Okay. And raw hardeners are made with obsidian and diamond. Alright, so maybe that's another alternative to making this. So let's put this down as reinforced metal. Number 11, make reinforced metal. Is it reinforced? Have I been spelling it wrong the whole time? God, I am frickin' stupid. No, it's reinforced. Okay. I am stupid, though. Maybe I've had too much to drink. That's going to be a substantial project in itself there. So this is why I've made this board like this. Because it's going to be hard. It's going to be really effing hard to do this. And number 12 is going to be create underground reactor chambers. All right. So we have our bulletin board. Some very substantial goals. Hopefully this is going to stretch out for a few more episodes, and I'm not going to be completely bored out of my mind anymore. Not that I have been. I'm kind of happy that I got the AE network finished. It's so much cooler to be able to just, you know, have it this simple thing on this one rack, do all of this hard work. And we're up to almost 50 megajoules worth of megajoules. EU universal electricity. Where the hell is the RF? Is it not watts? That's rotary craft. Here's applied energistics. So we're using 241 applied energistics per tick. Like that's something. Megajoules is the only one I actually understand. Alright, so we've got 48 megajoules, because megajoules are created by Buildcraft. Hopefully that thing will get an update for RF at some point. But whatever, no big deal at the moment. Shitty. Alright, well it looks like we have some goals. You are bothering me. We have some goals for the long term, which is good. And that involves creating these fancy nuclear reactors. And when I say create nuclear reactors, I'm not just going to build a nuclear reactor. There's an entire section of this game, reactor monitors and shit like that. What is it, though? I don't remember exactly what it's called. Mods. No. Let's find it. I know it's in here somewhere. Whoops. Stop that. Please behave. Compact solar arrays we are going to be building. Nu nuclear control. This is it. This is it. Nuclear control. This is the stuff that I love. I've used all this stuff before. Average counter, energy counters. You can make really, really cool shit with this stuff here. I've made a couple of control rooms over the years using these equipment, so I have some experience with it. I can't wait. I'm sure it's gotten better since the last time I used it even. And we will eventually create a universal charger. Ooh. Oh, okay. We will pump this into our RF network. The EU will be pumped into our RF network. There's no reason to waste substantial EU if we're not going to, if we're not going to do it, if we're not going to use it. Anyway, one of the things I was working on here was, for the last few minutes here, I'm going to finish off what I was working on here. So we've got our crucibles here, which make our fluid transporters. I want to have these things set up so that I can automatically make them if I need to. So, magma crucible. This one's going to be melting ender pearls, I guess. Alright, so that should be the export bus, yep. And the export bus... Oh shit, how am I going to do this? Okay, I got to set this up a little differently. Emit when levels are above or equal to the limit. So the logic here is I'm going to stick in ender pearls, but I do not want to use up all my ender pearls. I only have 32? That seems really low. I'm going to have to work on that. I have to harvest a few more ender crops, I guess. Maybe we'll have to hold off on this. I did waste a lot of the liquid that was in these machines by destroying them, unfortunately. Redstone is always going to be useful because we need to make redstone energy conduits. So let's see about making some redstone energy conduits. I guess there's no harm in just letting this thing fill up, is there? Redstone. 73,000 redstone. I mean, who cares? Stick that shit in. Full stacks that shit. Okay, always active. Melt that crap. And fill this son of a bitch up. Yeah, there's no downside to having this thing completely fill itself up, is there? I don't see it. I don't see the downside. Your job is going to be for glowstone. How much glowstone I have? I think I have enough. I got glowstone for days. Get to work. Yeah, you do redstone, you do glowstone. I mean, once this tank fills up with, what's that, 10 buckets worth? 10 buckets worth. And I think that's, I think 10 buckets works out to, because each one of these things gives 100 millibuckets. So 1,000, it'll be 1,000 redstone to fill this machine up. Right? Maybe I'm off. No, that's definitely not 1,000. It'll be 100 redstone? I don't know. I can't figure this out. Is that 50 or is that 100 or is that 25? What's going up by 100? So that's 100 millibuckets, and it's 1,000 millibuckets for one bucket. So there's 10 buckets, because there's 10,000 millibuckets, and 1/10 of that is 100. So 100 redstone. And that would mean 100 glowstone, too. Why is the glowstone so much slower? Redstone's moving faster, isn't it? Looks like it is. Either way, it's almost full. Ender pearls, I do not have that enough to fill these machines, unfortunately. Because once this fills up, it should shut off, right? And there's no... Oh, you know what? There's an added thing in added or extra utilities that handles liquids. I can actually pump liquids into the AE network. I don't know if I want to do that or how to do that. Is there an Ender tank? Is there an AE tank? I don't know. Better storage. Anything there? No, that's the wrong thing. It's extra utilities? Extra cells, that's the one. Oh, shiza. Do you mind? Don't be a dick. Extra utilities. Extra utilities. Angel block. Weird. This doesn't seem right. Extra cells. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. ME fluid interface. I can bring fluids into the system through this machine here. ME Certus tank. That is an upgraded tank for storing fluids. I think I could technically store fluids in that for these machines. And then these are fluid... Christ, I hate that. These are fluid storage buses for bringing fluids into the system. This is a fluid void. Oh, I don't want that. Here we are. Fluid interface. So that's like the ME interface. Fluid storage monitor. So you can see how much fluid's in the system. And a fluid crafting chamber. Interesting. Well, that is something. I'm going to have to look into the extra cells mod because there's a few things here that I don't know about. Like, I know what these are. These are fluid storage clusters. And these are upgraded storage clusters in the substantially larger size than what I'm using right now. But anyway, I'm going to call it here, guys. I've got... well, those are done. Now, I need to set up a way to automatically create item ducts and energy ducts. But I want to keep it limited, obviously. I don't know if there's any use for those ender pearl ducts, the ender pearl ones, except for making resonant energy cells. But I already have 3 of those. Do I really need, like, a lot more? I mean, they do run out, and they run out pretty quickly, truth be told. My system is using enough power at the moment that I'm having a hard time keeping ahead of it. But I do have that reactor on standby. Okay, I don't think I need to make the last set here, which I was going to do. I can always just set this up and do it manually if I need to, right? I mean, there's no real reason to waste rather expensive ender pearls. Oh, but then what am I using ender pearls for? Nothing. And that's not even the right floor. Blah. All right, well, this is a thing I got to figure out on my own here, guys. I'm not going to drag you along for this mindless, senseless babble that's just spewing from my mouth at the moment. Thanks for watching. Leave those likes. You know, pass on some love. I love you. Why don't you love me? Have we grown apart? Oh, please tell me it's not true. I like you. Won't you like me? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next episode of Evan Better Presents Minecraft Feed the Beast.